Alright, so I'm going to use some of this pre-tape. I'm going to put it down at the bottom there. Just so I don't get any of that stuff on the floor. Cleanup would just be a little bit easier. One thing you need to know about the blue tape, I've experienced it before, is if you leave it on too long, it will pull the paint off. Yeah, that happened to me a while ago. So, all right. And you know what? I need to go get the mastic, and that way I'll show you guys how to do this. I'll be back. Okay, I know I've been calling it mastic, but it's called spackling, and this tends to be a little bit dries a little bit harder than the actual mud that you use for tape and float. Okay, so what you do is I did add some water to it to make it a little bit more pliable, and so now what you're going to do is you're basically going to, let me get this out of the way because I don't want to get any on this yet. So what you're going to do is you're going to kind of butter the edges here. As best you can. Put enough on there. And this one, it goes on pink and then it dries white, and that way you know where you've put it, which is pretty cool. So anyway, so you got to put a whole bunch of this stuff on. Try to be as fast as you can. While you're doing this, the stuff will start drying fairly quick. And the same thing I'm doing here is what I did up at the top. And it seems to work. That way you don't have to like do a bunch of tape and float stuff. All right, and this is gonna dry on me real quick, man. And now what you want to do is you want to try and get some on this guy as quickly as you can. Just kind of, try and get some on there as fast as you can because it's drying. Alright, it's amazing how fast this thing starts to dry. So I'm trying to work as fast as I can to get it on there. And then we're just going to push it up against there. Let's hope that this will work. Alright. So now you just shove it in there. And then take your knife And you're gonna spread this and try to cover the gap that's there. All right, so that's it right there. And obviously you'll come back and you'll put some more mastic after this, or more spackle, I'm sorry. Because some of the edges, some of them may come out a little bit, you know, maybe a little bit higher than the other. In other words, this side may be a little bit higher than that. And so then you'll come in and you do a little bit more buttering around, and then you let it dry. I mean, it dries fairly quick, and as you can see, it's starting to turn white. And it works. It's pretty amazing, and I can just show you. Let me try and clean this. On this. And so you can see, let me just come up here. And so there it is. I mean, I'm ready to sand that down and then spray it with some orange peel, and then it's just a matter of painting it. Just another way. I mean, you know, otherwise you would have to tape and float, and it'd be, you know, you're talking about taping and floating. Tape's about this wide. Then you'd have to go all the way around. So you'd have a much, you know, you have a much larger area and stuff. And, you know, this guy that I saw online did this, and it was like, cool, that's what I'm going to do. Well, I hope that helps some people. Alrighty.